Okay, I want to show you how to pull up recent earthquake data in a Google map, or rather Google Earth. So go down to in 3.11 mapping recent earthquakes using USGS data. USGS data, um, that's the United States Geological Survey data. You're going to click on this link here. It says 3.11 earthquake data link from USGS. That is just, pop that out then. That is just a window of all kinds of data that the USGS provides. And what we're going to use today is this automatic feed over here. And what we have to do is get all of the most recent earthquake data. And this is updated every 5 minutes, which is super cool. So let's get colored by age, and then we're going to do animated. I'm not sure that we'll be able to use the animated feature, but we're going to do colored by age animated. When you click it, it should download it right down into your folder. And the folder says, or the name of the file is 1.0 week age animated. And then it might have this, but that's maybe just on my computer right now. Okay, so you've got that right now, so that's done. Now you need to open a new window, and you have to go get Google Earth or open up Google Earth. And mine, for some reason, is not in my most recent ones here. I have to go down and open it off of the very bottom. So I open it, and it takes a second to open because it's a big website. And it's got lots and lots of cool features. Okay, so the first thing we have to do now that you're in Google Earth, which is awesome, you might have like one or two steps that you have to do, like just to close tours and things. But once it's up and it looks basically like this, go over to the My Places. So over here where that little bookmark is, and you have to go down to Settings down here. Don't worry about where it says earthquakes here. This is just because I downloaded it earlier or pulled it up earlier. But you need to go down to where it says Enable KML Import. So KML is the kind of file that you just downloaded off of the USGS site. So go down here, hit Settings, and we have to scroll to the bottom of this. I know it's kind of confusing, but you scroll to the bottom of the Settings window, and down here it says Enable KML File Support Experimental. And since we're awesome and experimental people, we are going to turn that on and use that feature. So turn it on, then hit save. All right, so that should get you ready to I guess you're actually uploading the USGS recent earthquake data. So you go to Import KML File, and you've got these two options. You're going to open file. This is the top option. And you'll probably only have one of these, but yours should look like something like this, 1.0 week age animated link. It probably will look like this one, actually. I'm going to open that one. Open. And pretty cool. You can see what you have here is all of the earthquakes that have happened, all of the earthquakes of a magnitude 1 and more, 1 plus, over the past week, and it's updated every 5 minutes. Amazing. You also have this tectonic plates, which is really cool, but I don't want you to worry about that right now. So that's why the show or hide has it hidden. So leave that hidden for right now. And then it's time to start looking at this and seeing what you can figure out. But you can see all of these earthquakes in the last week. So experiment with that a little bit, or rather explore that a little bit, and explore this as well. Over on the left-hand side, this menu, it says there's the drop down, the show or hide, and then so we have a legend, which is going to wind up being underneath this tab, so it's a little bit not perfect. The USGS logo is just this thing down here that's sort of hidden. And then, so there's going to be a whole bunch of earthquakes that were really small, and then earthquakes that were a little bigger. And so this magnitude, a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger. And magnitude 5 and more, those are probably, well, the biggest earthquakes. But you can click on those dots and experiment with this a little bit. And then I'm going to ask you to go back and answer some questions about this data. All right. So, you know what else you should do is save this so that you can come back to it later. So if you go up here where it says save, it says saving. I think it's going to give us an edit. Yeah. So let's call it, you're only going to have one. I haven't experimented with how to, call this back up later on. And even on my computer right now, it's running a little slow. So I think it'll probably be running slow for you. Maybe it's easier not to. Yeah. It's probably easier to don't rename it since it's already asking a lot of our computers. Okay, so explore that and then go to Schoology and answer some questions.